That's not a stand-up
Shout outs to
player.
the ladies in the States. Got love for all of you guys.
All right, Main Chafford podcast episode 287. I'm fairly certain. The real is back, the real is back. I am him, Himmy Neutron in the flesh. Himothy. I have to tell you every week, but do your Googles. You know how it is. DK dancing. Watch your back. I'll pass it to my partner.
Personally, see Don Colo in the building, the one and only, aka LL Coolins, aka C Note, aka Hollywood Cole, aka Dog Dad. Coming for your left ear, your right ear, surround sound, smart speakers, portable speakers, you name it. We are there. Episode 287. Let's be getting it. Let's be having ya.
Let's be having ya.
Eman G45 G solid on my name.
Come on.
Come on.
24 at Eames. R&B voices are very much present. My God is better than your God. Always has
Yes,
been.
sir.
Bro. Black Mamba Dove.
Brr.
GAM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Paris Saint-Germain. Not yesterday, Saturday, put on a clinic. Incredible game of football. Might be the most dominant win I've ever seen in my life. The 7-1 Germany, Brazil does spring to mind, but there was just something different about this particular win. Inter were made to look old, and they are old. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Football's healing. There's so many words that could be used to describe what we saw, but it was simply brilliant. Every single goal was better than the last. It felt like a breakthrough moment for Doué, who's had an incredible season. 2 goals in the Champions League final, and you kind of feel like he could have got a hat trick. Oh man, one of my favorite games of football to watch, and so many standout players.
Yeah, agreed, man. It's really funny how the narratives can change because although football's healing, which I totally agree with you, 100%, we're stepping away from that static, pass around until we find, well, pass from left to right until we find the opening ball to letting Mavericks cook and just pressing from the front. It's funny how just the narrative around PSG has changed because obviously when they had these superstars, and
It was
rightfully
oil
so, they
money.
were slated of being oil money, slated of
Yeah.
being buying the game, etc., yada yada yada. Couple young G's, get rid of all the superstars, and now look, it's a shining light on football. But I get it. Like I understand that like narratives can be driven by how well players play, and if you judge it by that metric, they've been the best team
Oh,
in
100%.
the tournament, and I think people slightly underestimated them at each point, but in my eyes, the first leg against Liverpool, I felt like the warning signs were there.
Yeah, 100%.
Like even though they lost, I was still like,
That was
nah,
spooky. I was thinking
they're
about that the
peak,
other day.
they're peak.
But they're not a team I'd want to come up against. And I know the Inter players were just thinking, wow, I've never seen this before in my life.
But
Just 10 out of 10 from everyone. There was a little thing that Hakimi and Doué did on the side with the tricks and flicks. They're not playing fair. And I told you that it kind of makes me, I guess, respect what other teams have done when they've come up against them, Arsenal and Aston Villa, to not get popped by them, because this is a team that's very capable of not only beating you but making it humiliating. You saw it time and time again. The pressing is suffocating, the passing is intricate, the skills, they're all coming off, and I think what's really good for this PSG side is they're efficient now, The thing players like Dewey, who might have been asking, do you have that efficiency? They've answered those questions not only in this tournament but especially in this game. Dembele didn't even get on the score sheet, but he was at the heart of everything. Give that man the Ballon d'Or.
he was incredible. It's funny, there was this guy I used to work with in Black Bar called Greg, and like he's this French dude, he's a really, really nice guy. And I think it was about 2 years ago, we were just chatting about football. And I
Mm.
said to him, I mean, I let me not pretend like I predicted this to happen, but at the time we're talking about French players, and I was like, I just love Dembele. Like, I love the fact that like he's both-footed, and you
Mm,
cannot predict players like him, especially when they have that level of ability and skill. At the time,
mm,
Dembele was peripherally injured; he wasn't really featuring, and his response was so negative. He was like, like he's talented, but we've never seen him put it together, and he was right.
mm,
To see Dembele do what he done fact, just this whole season and in this
yeah,
Champions League campaign, it's really funny how like when you're the guy, sometimes you're not actually the guy. I don't know if that makes any sense, what I've just said. You're
Yeah,
not actually him. But I think him doing a bit of growing up and like a couple years after, let's say a couple 4 or 5 years after that stupid transfer fee,
yeah, yeah.
he actually is him.
I
So
think we're forgetting something that players are maturing and they're just going through their career at the right pace, if that makes sense. I think
mm,
someone said this about Rafinha, and that young players tend to be inconsistent and they will frustrate you. And that's a similar sort of path that we've seen with Dembele, in that
yeah.
he came in very young, he was very raw, and he was very frustrating at times. He was so injury prone, but by the 28, 27, which he is now, these things come together and you're seeing it. He's putting the finishing touches on. He's putting the finishing touches when he should have, which is about 27, 28. So it's really nice to see his career, especially after how it panned out. Um, no, I'm happy for him. And yeah, some of the best. That second goal for Due, where he does the back flick, yeah, that was special.
Bro, did you see the Vitinha before that? Just how he's just picking up the ball and put
I
like letting it
I
go.
said I don't know how Inter have let that goal happen, because there was so many opportunities to close him down or close down Dembele. But I think sometimes when you're playing a team that's that well organized and has that level of cohesiveness, there's nothing you can do. Like, they were just in a different realm. I don't even know if I can say Inter played badly. I just think they came up against the best team in the world, playing the best they've ever played.
Yeah, I agree, man. It was a clinic. And each player did what they had to do. Um, and yeah, just shout outs to Luis Enrique as well. Like Luis
Mm,
Enrique as well. Like his career is interesting because honestly, he done what he did at Barca, and a lot of people rightfully so were like, "Oh, you had Messi, you had Neymar, you had Suarez,
mm,
so how can you fail?" Which is true, but to do somewhat the opposite in a club where there's lots of young players, a few established players as well, don't get it twisted, but being able to do a treble somewhere else, like you got to put him up there with one of the greats. And
yeah.
not only just because of their accomplishment, but the style of play as well. Like
Mm.
it's so rare to see that kind of football nowadays being played at the highest level.
How
Yeah,
do, how do
I
you
can.
even coach that? Because do you just tell them go do your thing, go enjoy yourself? Because they play with such freedom over there. You got your mate Kelly on the left, who's just anytime he gets the ball, it's exciting. Like, I've
Yeah,
not seen a player like that in a long time. They've got a lot of players like that where you feel like, what's the talent? They can do whatever they want with football.
yeah. I think it's a mix of both, but they're very principled though. Like they really work hard off the ball. They all press from
Mm,
the front. From the kickoff, they kick the ball to the opponents. When do you ever see that
yeah,
happen? They're basically telling them, look, you man have the ball. We're gonna get it back from you.
yeah.
That's insane. I've never seen it happen in football. That's crazy.
The pressure was insane. Oh my goodness. There's a point where Dembele loses the ball, and then I think it's João Mendes wins it back so quickly off of, I want to say, Dumfries, and then gets it back to Dembele, and then Dembele's passes to Kvaratskhelia. How? Like, if I'm Inter, you've not even had a chance to breathe. This is end to end in every sense of the word.
Yeah, it's peak, man.
Yeah, Inter used everything in that semi final. They had nothing left to give.
all I remember from Saturday was one goal, two goal, three goal, four. I was like, nah, this is disrespectful. Then the fifth one went in. I was like, you might as well just sit down and
Yeah, 100.
just play cards on the field.
The fact the fifth one was scored by a 19, what, an 18-year-old who came off the bench. I think that was
Yeah,
his Champions League debut or something. I could be
That's
wrong.
crazy.
and
Nah,
and
come on, man. They're
I
just
think
handing
that's
out
probably like
W's.
the biggest disrespect because the sole purpose, I mean, as I've been told, the sole purpose of a person coming off the bench is really just to waste time and time span. So
Mm,
for you to just come on, just bang a goal in, like, clearly that time was spent well.
100%, 100%. That kid couldn't even believe his eyes. It was a lovely moment. I'm really pleased, and they've obviously broken a record for the most goals scored in the Champions League final with five. Um, yeah, I couldn't believe what we were seeing, what we was witnessing. And you know what? Commiserations to Inter. That's the second Champions League final they've lost in 2 years.
Mm.
It's a rough time.
Yeah, it must be tough, but you know what? Like, they're probably overachieved where they need to be. And we spoke about this briefly, Demi, but honestly, the fact that Barcelona decided to be as suicidal as they were, they really should have been in that final, man.
Mm,
Like a team with that level of attack, all they really need to do was be a bit more pragmatic when they got in the lead. And I don't get me wrong, I still think PSG would have won because I still maintain that they're the best team in Europe right now. But I think it would have
mm.
been a very entertaining game to see Lamine Yamal and the rest,
Yeah,
Rafinha
yeah, yeah.
versus PSG. That would have been a great battle. But
Would have been a much better matchup, I think. And I'm with you. I think PSG would have still won, and that high line that Barcelona play against PSG could have been frightening. But I think like no matter what happened, Barcelona would have scored, no matter what.
100%. That man scored
So
for
yeah, exactly. Barcelona could be 3-0 down. In their eyes, it's still 0-0. So
Yeah,
that would have been a cracking game, but it weren't to be. But I think it'll be a fixture we'll get at some point at a major point in the season.
yeah,
Um,
agreed.
it's like that Due Yamal debate is gonna go off the charts.
For sure.
Yeah,
I think
no, go on.
I I mean I personally I do think Yamal is clear, but obviously they're
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
young G's, so you've got to let them cook. And Due is obviously a talented lad, so
Mm.
we'll see how those things unfold.
Brace in the Champions League final at the age of 19 is just crazy. And that second goal, he took it so well.
Oh yeah.
He would have got a hat trick if he didn't take off his top because it got him substituted as well, I think. And then Barcola, I think, yeah, missing that chance, but doing so well. Oh my goodness. Was it just me or was the goal gaping and he just made the absolute.
He's an idiot. You just got to tuck it, like just far post.
I would have
Even if you don't even get it far post, that's going in, bro.
I would have smashed that. The keeper would have had no choice. He would have thought he had a bullet coming around him. I don't know why Barcola made that decision. He would
Ah,
have. Oh man, he
crazy
would have
this,
been.
but they're youths in it,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
gonna cook regardless.
That's exactly it. I mean, look, and Arsenal was in the market for a left winger. I think he can play out there. I'd definitely consider him. He's a talent.
You man, yeah. You need to get rid of that Martinelli guy. Like I'm telling you,
Martinelli.
how many Brazilians do you know who have Martin in their name, bro? That man is not
Do you know
Brazilian.
what? He's actually of Italian descent.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's not an inch of flipping Brazilian in that man.
Nah, nah. Him and Jorginho need to swap.
Oh God.
um, but yeah, no, incredible game, brilliant performance from PSG, and yeah, interested to see where they go from here.
Yeah, agreed. Did you man catch the last game of the Knicks versus the Pacers?
No,
See
I
any
didn't.
highlights?
Saw highlights.
I
Yeah,
yeah, I didn't
Oh,
catch the game.
that
I
man got
was
cooked, bro.
fast asleep,
yeah.
but
That man got put in the
yeah,
pad.
yeah, it was. You know what? It was wonderful to see the Knicks make it to the finals, to the Eastern Conference Finals. Um, really break the 25-year curse and
Mm,
really put effort into the game. You know, leaving with 4-2. You know, um, it's something that you can obviously sit back and say, you know what, it's calm. But
mm.
New York, New York is gonna be New York. They're gonna love you or they're gonna hate you. They're gonna hate you for it. So, but the fact that they did this, they got New York back up.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing from this, and they now know that they've got a few players that they can really work with, and you're probably a player or two away from really competing. Jalen Brunson is absolute quality, and then the players he's got around him, Cat, that Frankenstein looking brother,
Hmm.
they, they've got a lot of talent. So I expect they'll be back. And yeah, I really need to see New York win a chip just to see what happens to New York City.
You know those videos where they like interview people.
Mm.
They're still dissing Trey Young, bro. They're like, "Oh, fuck Trey Young." Like, bro, man's not even you're not even playing them. Like, what's your problem, bro?
They hate Trey Young. Oh my goodness. There's no way they're still dissing him. Oh,
That's
that's funny.
funny.
Um, but no, I mean, it still was success for them, and they had all the celebs out. What's her name? Or what's his name? Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner were at the games, so it was a lit time to be a Knicks fan, and they'll be back.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think they'll be back. They actually got a decent core, but
Mm.
it remains to be seen who do you reckon will win this franchise. It looks like it's
I,
gonna be close, man.
I'm gonna say OKC. I just can't see
That
past.
OKC team is peak, bro.
I can't see past Shea
Um,
not getting it done.
uh, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because both teams are both solid.
Mm.
Um, both teams are both solid, man. So I can see it going very, very, very far, very, very, very far. But then again, I feel like the Pacers won't be the favorite simply because they never had to face the Lakers or the Warriors. Whereas Timberwolves, if Timberwolves had made it, I think it would be a completely different conversation. But sorry, I'm saying
What you think the Timberwolves would have
Eastern
given them
Conference
more of
Finals.
a
Sorry,
game?
I'm talking. No, 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 no. Listen, I said I confused the Western Conference. I'm saying it will be 4-3 to OKC. It'll be a tight one. 4-3 to OKC.
We'll see. I
Yeah.
mean, my money is on yeah, OKC. I just can't see past them. They're so yeah, it's a really good team, and they've got the best player in the world. So I can't see past it. And in basketball, maybe more so than other sports, that tends to really make a difference.
Yeah, I think so. Be a good series, man. It's nice to see different. I mean, I say different. OKC were good not too long ago, but it's good to just see different teams pop up, which is happening more recently. I feel like in the NBA, the past 5, 10 years, it's not just
Mm,
the usual Lakers slash Cleveland when LeBron was there or GSW. It's been
yeah,
like a nice mix of teams, a bit more interesting.
agreed. No, I'm really interested to see how this final plays out.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll be watching highlights. Yeah, I'll just watch highlights.
I hear it.
Where do they even show it nowadays? Is it on like TNT Sport or like Sky or something? I don't even know.
I have
It's,
no idea, bro. I just watch online.
I mean, you can watch it on Sky. Like
yeah,
Sky
it has
has it, and
Sky
Sky might
Board.
even have it live, but I don't think Sky has something like Sky Basketball dedicated to it.
No, no, and it's the
Yeah.
time zone is the real killer, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's what really kills it.
Can't do it.
Nah, that makes it really difficult because it'll probably be the sport I'd watch second most. But yeah, like you said, the time zone is just a killer.
Can get away watching the Knicks if you're up late, but if this like a Golden State thing, forget it, man.
Forget about it.
Forget
That's on
it.
the other side of the
To be
planet, next
fair,
joke.
I'm more interested in the idea of Michael Jordan and Vince Carter commentating on the finals. Um,
What for
I don't know if
ESPN?
they're starting immediately, but I think that's what the rumor is. That Michael Jordan himself, Mr. 2-3, is going to be commentating on the
That's gonna be
finals.
cold. That's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. But I think that, yeah, I heard somewhere he's got a contract with ESPN, so he'll be basically a commentator or a pundit. So that's gonna be interesting. You know he's gonna throw smart on LeBron's name. I can't wait. That's gonna be cinema.
I don't know, man. I think there is a I think Michael Jordan has to understand that this is no longer a game where he has to engage. This is also commentary. Yes, he's gonna throw shade, but the thing is, I think if they were both at the same age, going at it, I think he understands that LeBron James is far more a physical uh a physical obstacle to get through
Mm.
if they were to face each other. But Mike being Mike, yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. You're right
Yeah,
in what you're
yeah.
saying. He's gonna throw shit. Yeah, he's gonna throw shit.
He has to. He has to. Come on, man. It's MJ we're talking about.
But
He
then
doesn't.
again, I mean, a lot of people have turned around and said like LeBron James ain't playing for real. Like he hasn't been playing for real. Like we're talking about LeBron James. This is the guy who knows the game very well, knows
Mm,
how to just see the see the floor, see the management, see the coach's gameplay. Like he knows everything about
mm.
what's going on the court at the same time being in the court. So he knows. So if he's just fumbling the bag, he's fumbling the bag because he's just like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
But if he really played for real,
I don't think he can. Well, no, not that he can't, but I think he's just preserving himself because he knows he's 40 now. Going playing the way he did when he was younger just ain't gonna be worth it.
No.
Because his
but
style
I think
play
he
when he
can,
was
bro.
younger, he was
I
trying to
think he
fly to the
can.
moon.
I truly believe, yeah. Like if we see, I think right now it's a great time for him because yes, he has Luca on the game on the team, but I think with everything that's happened this season, you know, I think what's gonna happen next season could be magic. It could be magical, man. We could really see them actually go for a chip this time.
Who, what, Luca and LeBron?
Luca, LeBron, and Bronny.
No, stop with the Bronny stuff. What was I gonna say? No, I think they still need one more piece. I'm not sure if that's enough. They might get into a rhythm and start pairing well together, but I think they still need another piece. If I'm them, I ask Giannis what he wants.
I think they need yes, they do need a big man. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Hmm. Right. Clips and their recently released music. How you feel
Yellow
about
diamonds like their PP.
Man said Wi-Fi.
Oh, they've got nothing to
Man
say.
actually said Wi-Fi. The beat is hard. I couldn't tell that it was
Yeah.
a Pharrell beat. It
Who
doesn't give me
produced it?
Pharrell energy. I think it's Pharrell, is it? Am I wrong?
Yes, for else, for else.
Yeah, I didn't get that energy from the track, but it's hard though.
My thing is that it's just something that I was actually wondering. Like this is something I was thinking, and Pusha T, like the clips have been blessed to be from Virginia because they've had production from Timberland, they've had production from
Mm,
Pharrell. But Pusha T himself, he's had production from Swiss. He's had production from the highest.
Mm,
Swiss Beats, um, Timberland himself, Pharrell Williams, and Ye. Let's put all the controversy about Ye to the side, but understand the level of production from these four individuals. They're considered to be the GOATs right now. The only person that's probably the only people that are probably missing is probably No ID. Oh, even Tyler the Creator. So these are five producers, five clear, beautiful producers. The only person that's probably missing is No ID, um, Just Blaze. Uh, I can't think of any other DJ Premier. Like, um, I'll even go as far as to say, well, Alchemist, because I think he was even thinking of doing a whole project with Alchemist. But like,
Mm.
I mean, he's obviously done production with Hip Boy as well, but he's only just been on like high level stuff
Mm.
since the time of his beginning. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So now we have the Clips album produced by Pharrell, recorded in the LVMH headquarters, which is
Mm.
like the highest level of a luxury. All I need from that album is a Kendrick Lamar feature and West Side Gun. That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. If I get that, this guy needs a Grammy. That's it.
Well, apparently you're gonna get both.
Hey, yo.
Let God sort him out. Let God sort him out.
Yeah, that's a really cool album name. I can't lie.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. So, um, but yeah, man, they dropped a track the other day, and I was thinking, I heard like the Western style of music, and I was like, I don't know. Then
Mm.
Yellow Diamonds like the PP when the beat dropped, I was like, wow, wow.
You got it.
And then no Malice turning into Malice on this album, on this Clips album.
It's
Crazy.
time to be alive for sure.
Yeah, man. Sounds
Never turn the other cheek, you'll die at the Oscars. That's a crazy line.
like
That's the craziest line.
Will Smith
Like,
fuming.
yeah, oh.
Fuming.
That's beautiful, man.
And he's dropping an album as well, Will Smith.
He's got to start rapping immediately.
Yeah, he
They
dropped
have.
recently, but that shit. I mean, I've not listened to it. You couldn't pay me to listen to it. But
Nah, it's so bad. He's just out of touch, man. It's like 4-year-old Ronaldo. Put the career in the bag, bro. It's not banging. But
yeah,
nah, I'm excited for this Clips album for sure.
absolutely. I'm hoping it's better than the last album. I didn't love. I know a lot of people liked it, but I didn't love Push's last album. I thought it wasn't as good as the previous works, in my
Mhm.
opinion. Like I thought Daytona's a classic. I really, really like My Name Is My Name. I'm sure I'm missing out another project in the middle of those two, but yeah, man. In the meantime, he still put out good raps, so I'm not worried about him at all. I'm just hoping that this album is better than the last for sure.
Yeah, no, same. I feel similar to you, but I also try to give it some grace because I'm like, is it because Daytona was so good to me that whatever came next, I was always gonna maybe not enjoy as much just because my expectations were so high. I think this is a similar thing I experienced with Igor and Call Me If You Get Lost, where
Hmm.
Igor was so good. I feel like it impacted my enjoyment of the following album.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
So we'll have
Yeah,
to.
I feel the same way as Demi. Like I do like um um what's the name of the last album?
I actually can't remember off the top of my head.
Um,
It's almost dry.
it's almost
That's
dry. It's almost dry. I know it was dry, but yeah,
Mm,
it's almost dry. But I felt like there were a few tracks personally that didn't shine the way they were supposed to shine, or he probably could have added a bit more tracks here and there,
mm.
and then make at least a better body of work because on the previous album it was 7 tracks, and those 7 tracks all hit
Mm.
perfectly. So, um, yeah, man, Ye really did his thing, and like for Pusha T to come out first in that
Mm.
whole like Ye run, like doing the whole 7 albums, bro. That was
Yeah, it
seven
did
or
its
five
thing.
albums. Yeah, like that was brilliant.
Do you see
Infrared is
what
still an amazing track.
do you see what Pusha T said about Kanye West today?
Or what did you say?
Said he doesn't respect him as a man.
He says he doesn't respect him.
Yeah, he doesn't respect him, not at all.
Respect him as a man. That's peak. Because Pusha was back in school for a long time, but for someone that close
Yeah.
to come out and say something like that,
Bush was fighting his battles as well. That's crazy. They really went to war.
yeah,
No,
man.
here are some of the quotes. Pusha T, he heard his subliminals um over the years, and he no longer rates him. Um, and he's like, you're saying all these subliminal stuff, not only just for the music. Like, bro, I actually was in Canada. I actually had a show and made it home. He's basically saying if you wanted to do something, you should have done it, and you didn't. So I don't rate him no more. The swimming thing bigger than um the swimming thing
This is
is
about
bigger
Drake.
than some rap shit. Yeah, this is all about Drake. I just don't rate him down. You know, it's it's like it just kind of cheapens the art. You know, it once we gotta have real questions about suing and litigation. Like what for this? Like I would engage. I would only engage if I felt like it. So this is all quotes from Pusha T. It's just like I've had enough, man.
I mean, fair enough. Those two do not like each other, and there's something about Def Jam trying to stop it from the Kendrick Lamar and Clip song from coming out,
Yes.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on at OVO.
I don't think that's not an OVO thing. That's kind of just like a business thing, really, if you think about it. Like if one of your la if two of your biggest artists are suing each other and then you're like a subsidiary of said said
Mm.
label group, sorry, then you don't really want to add a fuel to the I kind of understand it from a business perspective, at least from Def Jam, because they don't have a say in neither Drake nor Kendrick. It's more just like, is this a good time type of thing. So which
Yeah,
obviously
I
would have
see.
pissed off Pusha T because he's probably be like, well, the song has nothing to do with him, so
Mm.
doesn't matter. Um, but I think clearly it's worked out from a business perspective because he signed distro with Rock Nation. So I guess
Yeah, I saw that
even
as
favorable
well. He's no
terms.
longer on Def Jam, I want to say. So
Yeah,
we'll see how
maybe.
that works out. I would not get involved with Rock Nation.
Yeah, Rock Nation are a bit of a weird one, but I guess it's distro, so there's less risk involved, I think.
Alright.
Maybe might not get the same level of exposure or spend, but I don't know if like someone like Push really needs that at this point.
Nah,
Yeah, just want to get the
he's just
music.
trying to put out good music.
Mm.
Let's see how the cocaine raps work out.
Yeah, man, for
Um,
sure, for sure. Speaking of West Side Gun, he's dropped a new track, a new album. West Side Gun, Heels Have Eyes too, coming soon.
they're relentless, man.
Yeah.
At
Paint
some
of the
point, it's
pace.
got to become bad. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, how are they still keeping up the quality?
Hey yo,
Do they have bad albums? They must do.
Nah,
I like the
nah.
Praise series, and that's about it for me. I
Yeah,
don't, I
it's that
don't.
crazy.
The rest of it is like it's cool, but I like the opulent shit.
Mm, Fairs.
But
Uh,
yeah, I agree. It's too much music. It's too much music.
that's too much. It's too much. Um, I guess. Do you have anything else?
Personally, no, but
Not
Uh,
I
well,
can't
tell
think.
them your music choices.
Um, Hang on a second. So I'm just trying to look at
Alright.
that. I'm gonna pick Party Favors by Leon Thomas. He put out a deluxe version of his album called Mutt. But it's got a song on there with Big Sean called Party Favors. Really good.
Alright. I have no idea. So I'm gonna say something that Trojan Horse by Dave and Central C. I heard it in a edit today. Remind me how much I love that song.
Yeah, them two went crazy on there.
They did for sure. I saw
Ace Trumpets by the Clips. That's on the thing, bro. Slap that on the playlist.
Yes, sir. What was I gonna say? Oh no, I forgot. It's completely forgot. But yeah, no, that's a good song. Good choice. All right. Until next time. Peace.
That's up. Take care, man.
Yeah.